Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Janearl and I'm back with another video for you guys. So in today's video I'm gonna be making 2 soups and a pot of stew. So all I'm doing right now is starting by prepping all the ingredients. I'm washing the water leaf for the vegetable right now. So you make sure you wash your water leaf very well, probably 3 or 4 times, depending on how dirty it is. But make sure you wash it very, very clean. So guys, thank you so much. If this is your first time on this channel, you are welcome. Please be kind enough to click that big red subscribe button below this video and join the family. Don't forget to click on the all notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. So all I'm doing right now is squeezing out the excess water from the water leaf. This is how we prepare our edikang ikong soup, vegetable soup. So after washing the water leaf, you then pour in the water leaf inside the bowl without water, and then just use your hands to squeeze it, scrub it until you see all this excess water. We don't want all this excess water in our pot of soup. So you squeeze it until everything is like this. Squeezing it until you cannot feel any water even after you've squeezed it, just like you see me do. I'll squeeze out the excess water until it's dry, and then you take it out. And you're going to be doing the same with your vegetable, just that with your vegetable, in order to be able to squeeze it very well, you have to put in salt. And then you should know the amount of salt you put in your vegetable. That is ugu leaf. The amount of salt you put in your ugu leaf for squeezing out the excess water, so that when you're cooking, either you're going to be adding salt or you're going to be reducing salt. So for the ugu leaf, I have added salt, and then I go ahead and squeeze out the excess water like I did with the water leaf. So I'm going to go ahead to prep the water leaf for the next pot of soup, which is editan soup. So with this pot of soup, I'm not going to squeeze out the excess water from the water leaf. That is because ow! Stop biting me, Jade. That's because I'm so sorry about that, guys. These children, they'll just be biting you and be laughing. So guys, like I said earlier, just wash your water leaf the normal way and prep it for cooking. So while I'm doing the washing, the meat is on the fire. So right now I'm actually putting the whole meat in one pot. Later on I'm going to be dividing it into 2 pots. As for the editan, this is the editan leaf. You soak it with hot water because the editan leaf is always very bitter. You soak it with hot water for some time, and then you let the water drain out completely. Let it drain out completely. Then you rinse it and let the water drain out completely. You wash this editan without water in order to remove the bitterness. So that, just like you see me do, I did not add any water. I'm just squeezing it with my hands to take out the bitterness from it. And how you're going to know that this bitterness is over is when the leaf is no more slippery. You can't feel any slimy, it's not slippery anymore in your hands. You can now know that it's void of any bitterness. So you can wash this like 3 times, 4 times. When you've washed it the first time, all you have to do is put water and rinse it. Rinsing it, you sieve it out again and rewash it dry. When you find out that you've washed enough for that session, you sieve it out, rinse it, and wash it again until you taste the leaf and find out that it's no more bitter, and then it is set for cooking. Except you love your editan bitter, then you can go ahead and prepare it with the leaf as it is. But even you cannot even eat it, even people that love editan bitter, because it's very bitter. So you have to at least wash it a little. But there are still some people like my dad. My dad loves it very bitter. So it's just your preference. I do not like it bitter, so I used to wash it like 3 or 4 times so I can get rid of that bitter taste.
making moves like a ninja. I could play it cool like I'm winter. I can make it rain like a cash tsunami. You wanna slip and slide, we can link up. Working all the time, make it dollar. Be a student, try to make a dollar. Wanna live life like I'm on vacation. Gotta get those good vibrations. Oh, glowing so bright, I'm going nowhere. I'm riding high and it's just.
And here are all the vegetables, all washed, cleaned and prepped for cooking. So let's start cooking properly. So I'm just going to be doing this at once. So when I finish in one pot, I go to the next pot, because everything right now, the meat is soft, everything is, you know, soft. I have steamed my meat and divided it, added the pomo and everything and divided it, you know. So for the edikaikong, that's for the ugu leaf soup, I'm going to be going in with my water leaf. And guys, you can prepare your edikaikong in different ways. If you want to put oil in your meat stock, you can do so, but I like putting my oil after I put my water leaf. That is because I have good oil. Like, I taste my oil in the market to know the good one, so that I'll not go and buy bad oil. So I put in my water leaf, going with my periwinkles and then my crayfish, and next I go in with my oil. Then I'll just cover it to steam. But if you know your oil is not so good, or if you just like it, you can actually put your oil when you're steaming the meat, so that it can, you know, done faster. So I'm going to move into the editan pot of soup now and go in and do same. So it's just the same method of preparing both soups. You just go in with my water leaf. As you can see, this other water leaf looks plenty because I did not squeeze out the water. Then my periwinkles and then my crayfish. So for this, I'm not going to add oil now. So I just had to add a little bit of seasoning. I didn't add seasoning in the ugu leaf because I had already put salt in the vegetable when I was squeezing out the excess water. So I want to taste it first so I can know when to put the salt. Now in the vegetable soup, so as you can see, the water leaf is boiling nicely. Guys, can you see the amount of water that is inside? Upon say we don't squeeze out the excess water from this water leaf, but you can still see that there's still water inside. So imagine if we did not even squeeze out the excess water. It will be like stream. Okay guys, so I'm just, you know, mixing everything together, turning the periwinkle, the crayfish and the water leaf, and letting everything marry themselves together. Well, so it's been boiling now for like 5 minutes, and this is the reason you put your oil early, so that your oil will you know, get done very well. Because once you add your ugu leaf, it shouldn't take up to like 5 minutes. You should drop your vegetable pot of soup, should be down, because you do not want your vegetable to just, you know, ferment in the fire. Like, you just want to have it still fresh. As you can see, the pot of soup, it's very thick. That's why we're removing the excess water. I did not want any kind of water in it. It's just like preparing the foriro. You wouldn't want plenty water in your foriro now. It will look nice. So that's the same method you use in cooking a edikaikong. So as you can see, it looks so thick and yummy. So all I'm going to do is re-add oil, because I think this oil was not enough for me. So the editan soup is the water leaf is also boiling, and now I'm going to go in with my editan leaf. So this one, you know, there's no time frame as to when to keep it down. But when you just find out that it has done very well, you keep it down. So guys, all I did was, you know, after adding the editan leaf, I just go in with my oil, and I mix everything together. So guys, I want to apologize for my shaky camera. I think my husband is right when he said once the phone just start to spoil and you don't start to change thing on top phone, so many things will start spoiling. So as I change the camera of my phone, I didn't even know that it will still spoil. Okay, So excuse how shaky this whole thing looks. I'm so sorry about it. I didn't even really know that it was shaking until it was when I was editing the video. So I'm so sorry, guys. So as you can see, both pots of soups, or as you can try to see, they are done. I'm just turning everything. As you can see, it looks yummy, delicious. The oil, everything has mixed together, and both the vegetable and the editan soup is done. Done. Next, we are going in to prepare the stew. So guys, this food is like, I'm supposed to have posted this video like weeks back. Like, I apologize in my community post. I'm so sorry. I am currently undergoing a very hectic training that is taking all my time. This weekend I just said let me edit it and try to see if I can upload them, because I do not have space in my phone again. I've been creating whole lots of content and no space for phone again. So for the stew, guys, I always add I mix the fish and the chicken together to steam. And yeah, the water is plenty in the pot because I like saving some stock, some chicken stock, in case I'm cooking rice or cooking something else later on. So I always like saving some of the stock in the freezer. So that's why the water is so plenty. So yeah, you can decide to steam your meat and fish the way you want to, you usually do, but I just like to do it this way so I could, you know, have enough stock to make Jaden's food or make something else later on. So yeah, after steaming the chicken and the fish, all I'm just going to do is go ahead and fry it up. And yeah, I'm adding in my vegetable oil, and then whole onions, and then I start frying. So guys, I think I mistakenly over fried this. I think on this day I was doing 2 things or 3 things at the same time. As I was frying, I was attending to Jaden. I was doing so many things because hubby was not around. So I think the meat and fish got a little burnt, but when we were eating it, it didn't really taste burnt because everybody enjoyed it, but I just felt it was over, you know, dry, like so. Yep, as you can see how dry it looks, a little bit burnt. So but well, we still enjoyed it. So after that, I just go ahead and prepare my stew properly. Add onions, add tomatoes, and you know, everything still know they had now. So guys, thank you so much for watching up to here. Please, if you're not subscribed to my channel and you're watching up till here, guys, don't be among my village people. Kindly subscribe to my channel, and God bless you. It's for free, totally free. Just click on the red button, subscribe button below this video, and just subscribe. Click on the bell icon beside there so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Share this video to all your family and friends. And yeah, guys, I love you all so much. So my old supporters, I love you guys. I love you. So as you can see, my stew has been boiling. So I already pre-cooked my fresh tomatoes, tatashe, and tin tomatoes. I like mixing everything in the same pot. Like when I blended the fresh tomatoes and then cooked it. So when it was almost dry, the water was almost dry, I just opened the tin tomatoes and mix everything in one pot, so it can equally cook. So here right now, I don't really cook it so long. Then I go with my seasoning or meat stock, add the chicken and fish, and everything is done. And guys, as you can see, I love onions in my stew. Like I'm one of those people that I can chop in like 10 onions. Okay, I'm just exaggerating. 10 is too much, but I love onions. As you can see, sorry baby, sorry. As you can see, I love onions in my stew. Guys, I can never blend my onions. So are you like me? Do you blend your onions? Mama, keep quiet, I'm talking. Did you blend your onions when you're making your stew, or do you love, you know, chewing onions like me? Let me know in the comment section. So guys, yes, I'm already adding the burnt or semi-burnt protein, and then I go with my meat stock, a little bit of meat stock, and then mix everything up together. So on this day, I did not have saint leaf or curry leaf. You know, most times I add saint leaf or curry leaf in my stew, but on this day I didn't have any. So yeah, I had to do it without those leaves. So yeah, my stew is done, and guys, I was so exhausted. Being a mother, not be smart, you know. I really applaud Ogom series that used to cook like how many pots of soup in a day, guys. I'm not fit try that one. These three alone, my back, my waist, everything was already paining me. But we thank God I was able to do it, and it lasted for a long time because we're a family of 5. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching to the end. I love you all so much. Oh my God, I actually miss you guys. I miss being on YouTube. See you all in my next video. Bye bye. Oh my God, I miss them.